The way I am so behind on this Brianna Olsen drama, and it's so crazy that I haven't talked about her in just 4 days. If you guys didn't check out last week's videos, I actually talked about her 2 different times. One time being that she opened up about a situation to where she was supposedly, going through a miscarriage. I have to say this, okay? This is where I start really losing my respect for somebody like Brianna Olsen. Like, I get it. Obviously, everyone's looking at her like, oh, this is entertainment. This is like a reality TV show. Like, I get all these things. However, she got up on the internet and literally said that, and by the way, she put it behind a paywall, her OF account, y'all, to talk about this miscarriage story, and then come to find out it was not a miscarriage and she had a smortion, okay? This is where I'm just kind of like, girl, why don't you keep it real from the jump? And she actually went onto a podcast and she said the reason why she did go through with that is because she actually hooked up with 2K and another guy within the same period of time. So she didn't know who was going to be the father of that baby, and that's why she decided to go ahead and end that pregnancy. My whole thing is like, girl, like, how are you gonna get up on the internet and say that it was a miscarriage? Like, obviously it comes across as in like, oh, you want to like victimize yourself and make people like feel sorry for you, you know what I'm saying? And to make 2K look like the bad guy, which, by the way, I do gotta see this. The more I see of 2K, like, I do think that he's a better parent, okay? But he is, he's a little attention seeking. He is a little, egotistical, let's just say. But I do think that he is the better choice of the parent. And I do think that, like, right now he should definitely have primary custody of their son, okay? Because Brianna Olsen is all over the damn place. I actually do want to go ahead and start this video off by playing a small clip of that podcast, just kind of like a follow-up to that, so where you guys can actually see that she admitted that it was not a miscarriage. And I'm just like, girl, why did you make it seem like that? Like, honestly, things like that. And y'all know that I've always said about Brianna Olsen, I'm like, look, she's a train wreck, but at least she's honest. And now I'm like, girl, not you over here lying about something that serious. Check it out.
I didn't have a miscarriage. I had an abortion.
Okay.
And I didn't tell him.
Okay.
So the whole time he's thinking that I lied about having a miscarriage, it's because I never showed him any proof.
Okay.
But it's because I didn't want to tell him that it was actually like I just got an abortion. That was the whole thing. And the reason why
Did you think it was going to upset him?
No, the reason why I didn't tell him was because when I got pregnant, I had slept with him and another guy in the same night. So I wouldn't have known who it was.
So there you have it right there. She literally said it was a smortion and not a miscarriage, which I'm like, girl. Anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get down to the nitty gritty, okay? Because this shit is a hot mess. Last week, I made 2 videos about Brianna Olsen. I was like, okay, let me not talk about her for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let me talk about other people so that way everything is spread out. If you guys did not check out last week's video, I did make one to where actually I was talking about she missed her court case for her son, okay? Which I am just like, what is wrong with you? It was remote, by the way. All she had to do was roll over and turn on the computer and she could have actually been there in court, girl. It's that simple. I don't know why she did this, okay? Because it turns out that 2K filed like an emergency like notion or whatever motion, whatever the hell it's called. Basically, so that way the son doesn't have to leave the state of Texas because he's been going through ear infections, and him going on the plane is making those ear infections worse, obviously with the ear popping and all that stuff. So they actually went to court for that. She ended up missing it because she had slept in, okay? This was the start of everything. This is exactly why she actually had to go down there to Texas to get her son. Everything went down south because it's in the court order now, obviously, that he is not supposed to leave the state of Texas, and she brought him back to California, y'all. Which I'm just like, oh my gosh, this violates so much shit right now because obviously now she could be underneath like parental kidnapping, which is an actual crime, and this is going to go against her big time in court. And this is where I'm just like, what is wrong with you, okay? Now, before I get into the clips and everything like this, I do have to say this. I want to tread lightly on this topic because there is a lot of people out there that are stating that she does have PPD, which is postpartum depression. And I gotta say this, okay? I've known a couple people who actually have went through this for a temporary period of time. I understand that everything in life affects somebody different. Somebody with dementia may act this way and act that way, you know what I'm saying, as to where somebody else will be calm. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, how do I say it? I don't want to say like disease because it's not a disease. Everybody's situation is different, okay? Everybody's going to handle something different. Somebody going through depression can be acting out erratically as to where somebody can just keep themselves inside the house crying every day. Do you know what I'm saying? So I understand that everybody acts differently. However, it's really hard for me to believe this with Brianna Olsen only because she has been acting out like, like this for a long time now. And then also too, at the same time, it's kind of like, girl, your son's on the line over here, like literally on the line. Like you're about to lose custody of your son. Wouldn't you snap out of it by now and actually seek the help that you need? Go to a therapist and actually get that help. Also, doesn't she not have anybody around her to be like, hey girl, like you're really acting out like crazy right now. We need to get you some help. Like, why is nothing changing? It comes across to me, and this is just my opinion from everything that I've seen of Brianna Olsen, that she is out there doing everything for views, doing it for the clicks, obviously doing it for the money and all these things. It is my opinion, okay? Obviously, I'm no professional here, and I'm sure, like, maybe she does have PPD. Everything that she's doing right now really is because she is stuck in the limelight, okay? I think she blew up on social media. I think that she gets so many views, millions of views, and I think that she really does like that attention, and this is why she acts out even more. That's just my opinion. I'm not over here trying to say yes, she does, or no, she doesn't have PPD, because I really don't know. If she does, in fact, have it, I really do hope that she gets the help that she needs, because obviously she's acting really crazy, and she's about to lose her son. And I gotta say this, y'all. It makes me feel really bad because I think every decision that she's making right now is obviously going to play against her in court. And I think that she's going to eventually regret those decisions. And I think that it really does suck because obviously at the end of the day, like, Winter is going to want to grow up with his mom. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm like, girl, get it together. Anyways, y'all, that's my little spiel right there. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the drama now because she obviously brought her son back over here to California. She did talk about things because she's living in this like MILF house right now, which... By the way, can we talk about this for a brief second, okay? Like, how are you a mom and you're bringing your son into this house to where everybody has OF accounts, so who knows what's going on in that house? Like, honestly, y'all, things like that to me, I'm just like, what's wrong with you? Like, you have to have something in your brain say like, oh, let me not take my kid into an adult, like, collaboration type of house. You get what I'm saying? Like, I understand that there's these types of houses out here, like the Bop House and things like that. I get that. However, for the time being, rent out an Uber. You're supposedly making thousands of dollars a day. So why can't you, I said rent out an Uber, rent out an Airbnb. Like, I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I want to go ahead and start this off to where she is actually talking about the court order and things like that. So go ahead and check it out.
Okay, let me explain it. So, in our original court order, there was a thing that 2K put in there that said nobody can do drop-offs or pickups except for me and him because of an altercation that happened prior to that. So he made that rule. He made that stipulation. And when I went to go pick up my son yesterday, he had his mom drop my son off. So that's him breaking his own rule in the court order. And he's never given me... So his mom is dropping my son off and picking him up and taking care of him while he's out of town. Yet 2K has never given me his mom's info. I have no idea who's taking care of my son.
You're telling me to read the email.
I don't have the fucking info, right?
What email are they
last
talking
night,
about?
I had a family emergency. I had to fly into LA. I had to bring my son with me. Mind you, he's out of town. So I have no idea who's taking care of my son. I have no way to contact her, right? So when I need to come to LA, mind you, I am Winter's guardian. His dad is out of town, right? So the person that's supposed to be taking care of my son, I have no way to contact her. So I had to bring him with me. So don't be mad at me for that. That's exactly what I'll tell the judge. That's exactly what it is. I had an emergency. I had to come back. That's all that it was.
As you guys see from right there, she's kind of like justifying her own situation there. She's saying that, oh, 2K had his mom drop off the baby. And I'm just kind of like, okay, you're really comparing that to you taking him to a whole different state when you're not supposed to do that. It's kind of crazy to me. Also, I do want to play this other clip actually before we get into like everything, because this is really important to the story, is that she's like literally, this is how she could face jail time for breaking court order, is because she's trying to say that she never received this email that she was like breaking court orders. And she's literally on live. This is like, I don't understand some of these people who live their whole entire life on live. It's kind of like, all the proof is right there, girl. So like when you turn around and lie, it's like, girl, the proof is right there. She's actually like reading this whole entire email from 2K's lawyer. And kind of like, girl, you're literally on live right now. Check this out.
All visitation with, this is a court order. All visitation with the minor Winter is to occur in the state of Texas. It does not say Dallas County, Garland County, fucking buttfuck nowhere Dallas. It just says the state of Texas.
As you guys see from right there, she clearly received the email from the lawyer. And here's where everything is so crazy, because she's over here trying to like obviously get her way out of this. And she's trying to say that she didn't receive that email. She didn't know anything about this. And I'm like, girl, you literally have it on your TikTok live and you like showed everybody the proof of it. Like, this is where I'm like, girl, come on, be a little smarter than that. Like, if you're gonna lie like that, like, girl, cover your ends here. Anyways, here's where things get super, super ugly. And I will let you guys know from the jump of this, okay, before we get into these clips right here. I live in Los Angeles County, okay? Grew up in Los Angeles my whole entire life, y'all. I've been here for 35 years, okay? These are real sheriffs, okay? This is where I'm like, I was like low-key losing my mind because there were so many people on TikTok saying, this is a skit, this is fake. She hired those cops right there. I'm like, no. If you guys are from LA, y'all know those are real LA County sheriffs. Like, y'all, if they're hiring cops, like, they're not going to be, like, out there with their pum-pums. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, these are real cops. And especially at Universal Studios, like, y'all, even the security got involved in it. And I'm just like, oh, my gosh. You know what is so crazy to me? She was, like, walking around, like, with her baby. And she was walking around with her baby in that like Bajoran or whatever the hell that like backpack thing is that holds the babies. And I'm just like, what's going on here? That she gets detained by all these cops and then she gets put in the back of a cop car and she's like smirking about it. She seems almost like, oh hell yeah, like this is good for the views, like everyone's gonna like, you know, blow this up on the internet. And I'm like, girl, like your son's getting like seated in the back of a cop car. He's not even 1 year old yet. Like, what is going on here? Check out this clip.
Hide the baby. Don't fucking TTS right now. I swear to God.
Hi.
Hi.
Who's Brianna?
Why?
You're Brianna?
Yes.
What you talking about? Come here. Brianna, please.
Oh, okay.
Come on. Brianna, no. Yo, the phone. Yo, she got things to do this weekend. Bro, but she got things to do this weekend.
I got you back up. Stand right there. Oh my God. Back up. Hey, bud, you back up. Stay right there. Hey, just back up, bud. Come on.
I'm sorry, but that right there is crazy to me, okay? And I don't know if I'm tripping. Y'all let me know. We like to keep it real over here. Let me know if I'm tripping. Doesn't she almost seem kind of like happy about it? Like she seems like, oh, hell yeah, this is good content. This is going to blow up on the internet. And actually, speaking of which, there is some clips of one of the guys, okay? Because they were in the background of a future. I'm not going to even play the clip, but like in the background of some other live that they were doing later on that night. Oh, we broke the internet. We broke the internet. I'm like, clearly they're so happy about this because they're getting millions upon millions of views. And I'm just kind of like, okay, like I understand that obviously to a lot of people, they're going to want to engage with this content because let's go ahead and keep it real. We all love the drama, but it's like, there's a little baby involved here. Like, I just don't understand how Brie is just kind of like, woo, over here. Like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. It's like, girl, you have your son there. Anyways, I do want to go ahead and play a clip to where she's actually getting served by the cops. There's a lot of stuff going on in this house, okay? Everything's alleged. I'm just going to go ahead and say this. Everyone online is pointing out that people were worried about the house being searched. Like, I guess these guys there that are staying with them are like, the house is not going to be searched, right? Like, you guys can't search the house. They're like, don't go in the garage. Don't let them in the garage. Like, everyone's like, what's going on here? A lot of people are speculating there's some shady business going on in this house because they were so concerned about the cops going in the house or in the garage. So everyone's like, what's going on in here? And I'm just like, this is kind of crazy, y'all. Check this out.
Visits with Winter to be professionally supervised in Dallas County, Texas, only moving forward. The exchange shall occur on Tuesday, March 25th at 12 p.m. noon in the lobby of the LAPD Central Division, 251 East 6th Street, LA, California, 90014. This location is closest LAPD station to respondent's last known address of record.
Sir, I'm gonna need that business card that states you're gonna waive us not knowing that it was to be given. I told you I would do that. Okay, could you please get it written up just because we want to get this going?
That's what it said.
Sure, thank you.
Could we have verbal confirmation that you guys are required to take Winter at this very moment?
Yes, we are required to take her at this very moment.
We should have take him at this very moment. Okay,
it should have been as of noon, but she said she wasn't aware.
Okay. Can we take him to? Can we pack his stuff, say goodbye, and bring him within a couple hours?
No, you can do it right now because we're here right now.
How long?
How long? Can we have
10 minutes? 15 minutes?
Can we have a reasonable? Yeah, 15, 20 minutes
15
to
minutes?
just get ready. Okay. All right. We'll do that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, if he can come up and I can do the exchange with him.
You don't want to drive him?
No,
I mean, he's already.
We don't have to drive him.
I mean, just so I can, make sure he gets in his
If you
car
give
seat.
me the baby, then I'm gonna take him down the hill and go to
In the police car?
We're gonna walk down the hill.
Oh, okay.
Just ask why you can't hand him to John.
I didn't say you
She
couldn't.
didn't.
Okay, I prefer that. Could you maybe ask him?
Yeah.
As y'all saw from right there, she was getting served by LAPD. And you know what's so crazy is that she only gave up the baby, obviously, because she would get arrested. Like, she literally would be facing jail time if she didn't give the baby up. And I have to say, like, honestly, y'all, this whole entire situation, like, at first, I'm just keeping it real. It was like, oh, okay, this is entertaining. Like, their whole court order and things like this. Now it's getting to a point to where it's like, oh my gosh, like this is starting to get really, really dangerous because I'm going to make another video to where y'all, like some of 2K's friends showed up to the house and they ended up getting into a fight in front of the house. So I'm like, this is starting to get really ugly, and I feel like it could get very dangerous. And they really need to realize at the end of the day, there is a baby involved here, okay? If you have all this adult drama between yourselves, like, okay, whatever. But the fact that there is a child in the middle of it, that's what's really fucked up, because obviously the internet is forever. All these clips are going to be out there. And when this baby grows up, like, I am so sure that he's going to catch wind of this or see it sometime in the future, because obviously it's getting millions upon millions of views on the internet. And this is where I say, I hope that they figure it out and like get it the fuck together, because they are a hot mess. Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.